Hi, hello everyone. Good evening. Hi, hello everyone. So, this is your Ameer sir, master teacher of physics at Vedantu. So, I'm so eager to know how are you all doing? Are you all doing good? Had an amazing day? Because for me it was super amazing day. Tell me, I don't want the class to be so dull. I want the class to be super energetic. Waiting for your answer. Are you all doing good? Yes, happy, fine, super amazing. Okay, so I'm going to think that you all had an amazing day, right? Okay, so when I talk about myself, I'm from Kerala, so that's a small request I want to make us. I barely know the language Hindi, so we'll be doing the entire class in English, okay? And one more reason is we have students from South India, just like me, who don't know the language Hindi. So I hope you will all be cooperating with me, and we'll be going the entire session with the language of English, right? Okay, so thank you so much. Now, why we are here, right? We have to talk about it. So here, this is a happy news because here we are at the beginning of an amazing series which we are going to start, which we named it as sprint series. Okay, so what we're going to do, we know that just 60 days away is as JEE exams, isn't it? Yes or no? So don't you all want to score very good in this? So we made a schedule, and each day we'll be going live with the topics, and in each session, topic wise, we are going to solve objective questions. Oh my goodness, that's amazing, isn't it? So you can come prepared before you attend this. So this is the first session, so it's total fine. So before you come to the next session, right, prepare for the topic whatever it is mentioned for that day, and we'll be doing the quizzes. And next time onwards, we are going to do is a Mendy quiz, so it's going to be super fun and super amazing. Okay, so but today, as is the first session, we'll be doing it as a normal classroom. We'll be solving each and every questions one by one. So what do you all say? Shall we start with the session? Right? Okay, very good. So before we start, one small thing that I want to talk to you is, okay, I think you don't want to miss any of the session of the sprint series, yes or no? So please do subscribe so that you'll be getting the notification from the our channel, right, whenever a class happens. Because each and every session is going to be super awesome. I want you all to make this session super awesome with amazing participation. Okay, so shall we begin with the very first question? Here we go with the very first question. Okay, so let's start like this. The question is, the position of the particle along the x-axis varies with the time. So the position is given. The question is, when does velocity become zero? First, we have to find out velocity, or a method to find out velocity, how that can be achieved. We know that velocity is equal to small change in distance divided by small change in time. Yes or no? Okay, so this became the differential of distance with respect to time. Yes or no? Do the differentiation. It's very simple. We all know how to do the differentiation. Yes or no? Okay, so substitute for the position x here. What it is? 4t square minus 60 plus 1. Okay, all good. Till here, everything is fine, I suppose. Good. Now do the differentiation. D by dt of 4t square. 4 is a constant. Can I do it fast? Because all are super good in differentiation. What is the differentiation of t square? What is it? It's 2t. Okay. D by dt of minus 60. It is minus of 6. Minus 6 is a constant. D by dt of t, it's 1. No doubt, simple. Now d by dt of 1 is a constant, differential of a constant, it's equal to 0. So this is velocity. Right? Okay, now let us go to the main part of the question. The main part of the question tells you, when does velocity becomes 0? So you have to find the time at which velocity becomes 0. So the velocity is equal to 0. 4 2s are 8t minus 6. Right? So rearranging, t will be equal to how much? That is equal to 6 by 8, and if you simplify, that is going to be 3 by 4, and we have the option B as our answer. Simple, right? I hope you all enjoyed. So do you want to do the next question all by yourself? Everyone want to try it out? So I'll be giving you the next question for you all. So here comes the next question. So I'll read it out for you and try your level best to solve it. Okay, I'll give you, let's say, 30 seconds, and let's see who's going to give me the answer for the very first time in the chat box. Okay, here it is. A passenger in a train with a speed of 72 km per hour observed another train coming from the opposite direction with a speed of 32.4 km per hour. Okay, first things that you have to take down from this particular question is we have to make the conversion from kilometer per hour to meter per second. Okay, then what the length of the second train if it crosses the passenger in 10 seconds? Let's do this. So here we have a train. Okay, so this is the passenger, right? The passenger was going with a 72 km per hour, right? So with respect to this particular person who's sitting in this first train, another train is moving in the opposite direction with a velocity of 32.4 km per hour. So this is the velocity for the second train with respect to the passenger, right? So if passenger is looking, it feels like the second train is moving with a velocity of 32.4 km per hour. As I have said, how will we calculate the length? The length is equal to the distance traveled by this particular train in 10 seconds, right? Okay. How will we calculate that distance? It's very simple. That's equal to velocity into time. We all know that time is equal to 10 seconds. If you want to write it as 10 here, right? If you want to write it as t initially, so that you won't be having any issues, so we can write it as velocity to t. Okay, what is velocity? It is 32.4, right? Is the velocity in kilometer per hour. We have to convert it into meter per second. What's the formula? It's 5/18. Okay, multiplying by time, which is 10 seconds. Okay, so 32.4, it is into 10, it is 320. 320 divided by 18. Okay, so into 5, we will be getting a final answer of 90 meters, right? Okay, how was the question? Was it simple? You all enjoyed it? Yes, right? Very simple Chotuza question. Okay, now it's time for next question. I hope you all are ready for it, right? Everyone? Okay, here we go. The next question is like this. So here we are given with a velocity time graph. The question is, what is the distance traveled by the body during the motion, right? Okay, how can we do this? First we have to find out from the velocity time graph, how can we get the distance? We all know what it is. What is the distance from a velocity time graph? It is very simple, isn't it? Because the distance is given by the area under the velocity time graph. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So how did I understand? Or if you come across some confusions, how will you find out what is the area of a graph representing? It's very simple. If you want to find out what is the area of a given graph representing, just do this. Take this as a note. Okay. Multiply the quantity on the y-axis and x-axis. Okay, and find out what that is given, which means, as an example, if I am multiplying the quantity on y-axis, which is velocity, with the one on the x-axis, which is time, velocity into time. What is velocity into time is going to give you? Displacement, right? So how can you find out the displacement? Here, the area of the graph. Okay, shall we find out the area under the graph? It's very simple. Here we go. First we have a small triangle like this. Yes, okay, so the area of that triangle is equal to half into base of the triangle is OD into then what we have, the height of that triangle as AD. Very simple. Then we have a rectangular shape that's equal to DE, so it's plus DE into AD, so DE into AD, right? Or instead of DE, you can write it as AB, because the final answer is given in AB. DE and AB are the same. Fine. So let's use AB here. AB into AD as the area of that rectangle. Then area of the final triangle is equal to half into base is easy. EC into height is equal to EB, which is same as AD itself, because the final answer is given in AD and we can get a common factor here, right? So it's AD. This is how it is. Now what all are common? Let us take AD as common, okay, and let me take a half also as common here. So if half AD is taken, what is remaining here is OD. AD and AD by 2 is taken, so in order to compensate I have to multiply this, so it is 2 times AB. Then what it remains is plus EC. Okay, now making a small arrangement again, that is OD plus AB plus EC plus AB, okay, into half AD. Now what it became? OD plus AB plus EC. OD plus AB plus EC is going to be OC. So this entire three terms will become OC plus AB into AD, OC plus AB into AD, the whole divided by 2. So the answer is option C. It was very simple. Yes, understood everyone, all the concepts related to it without having any doubts. Okay, so aram se chill, with a chill vibe, shall we go to the next question? I hope you all are happy, right? Understood each and every concepts? Yes, very good. Then why we have to wait? It's time for the next question. Which of the following graphs gives the equation S is equal to UT plus half AD square? So do you all want to give the answers? Do you all want to give your answers? Okay, so I'll give you 30 seconds of time so that you can try from yourself. Okay, and if you get the answer, please do type in the chat box and let me know, and let me see who's that amazing person here. Quick. So waiting for your answer. We are doing it for JEE mains for the time being, right? Because we are just what say 60 days, like I said. So I think it'll be better if we prepare for JEE mains now, okay, before advance. Anyway, you know that we have to get a minimum amount of marks in JEE mains to write the JEE advance. So Pradeep says it's option B, Srishti says it's option C. Others, I hope you all are doing from your side. Funny boy, very good. So Funny boy got the correct answer. It's option A, right? Let's see. I'm sorry for that. So we know that looking into the option A, we can see a graph between velocity and time. Yes or no? Yes. Now if you look into this particular graph, like I've already discussed, what is the area under the graph is going to give you? The area under velocity time graph. It's simply gonna give us the distance, isn't it? Yes. So let us find out the total distance by finding out the area under the graph. Here this is V0. This is let's say some random value for V, right? This is the time. So how can I get the area? Let me convert this as a rectangle and a triangle here. How will I get the area of this rectangle? That is this much is V0 and time is the breadth. So we found out the area of that rectangular part. Done. Now plus half into the area of the triangle is remaining, right? Because total area is going to give us distance, like I have already said. Okay. Now what is the area? That's equal to half into base is again time itself into what is this height? This is V. Till here it is V0, so this height is equal to V minus V0, so it is V minus V0. Okay, so a small substitution we have to make here. We know that acceleration is equal to change in velocity by time. So V minus V0, that is change in velocity, let us write as V minus V0. We can write it as acceleration into time. Okay, I hope no one is having any issues with that. So here we go. So, or let us write in the next. So x is equal to V0 t plus half into V minus V0 is equal to A into t. One more t already exists here. So We simply told that it's the options A which can give the formula of x is equal to v naught t plus half at square. Is it fine? Everyone understood? Everyone, is it clear? Waiting for your answers. I told you the class has to be super energetic, yes or no? So I'm waiting for your answers. Seems like everyone is lazy out there. No? Yes? Okay, very good. So it's time for the next question. Here we go. Now we have just entered into the chapter 2 dimensions. Okay, Shrishti, Pradeep, great. Now the question is, the horizontal range of a projectile fired at an angle of 15 degree, the angle of projection is 15 and the range is 50 meters. So if it is fired with the same speed, you have to underline, okay, in the first case and in the second case, the velocity or the speed with which it is fired is u itself. But the angle is different. Initially it is 15, in the second case it is 45. So if the angle is changed by keeping everything else as a constant, right, what is the new range going to be? Can you give me the answer in 30 seconds? Can you try at least? Everyone, so go for it. I'll give you 30 seconds. Everyone try your best. Okay, so got the equation, I hope. Okay, I'll help you with the equation. What is the equation for the range of a projectile motion? What it is? Range is equal to, that's equal to u square sine 2 theta divided by g. Now I have made half the part simple and easy. So substitute each and every values and give me the answer. Okay, is it option A, Pradeep? Pradeep, give us option already. Then others. Okay, funny boy says it's B, 100. So the correct answer is option B. So let's see how to do it, right? Okay, so it's a very simple concept. Okay, others who got the wrong answer, they have made here and there very small mistake. Let's understand where you all have gone wrong. So relax. So let's see. Okay, you can send me Abdeep. Okay, you can send me. I'll have a look into the formulas. I'll be so happy to your discoveries. Now listen, so the range is given as, in the first case, it is 50 meter. So the velocity is u square sine 2 times, what is the initial angle? It's 15. So into 2 into 15 divided by g. So this is equal to, 50 is equal to u square, right? Sine 2 times 15, sine 30, that's equal to 1 by 2. So 1 by 2g. So 50 is equal to u square by 2g. We made the first equation. The question is, what is the range going to be, r dash going to be, right, for the same speed? So it is u square sine 2 times the angle. So it is 2 times 45 divided by g. What is 2 times 45? 90. What is sine 90? It's 1. So it became u square by g. So the new range is u square by g. You already know u square by 2g is 50. So u square by g is equal to how much? 50 into 2. So what is 50 into 2? 100. Simple. Yes. Got it, everyone. Abdeep, I said you can send your formulas in the chat box. Okay. So let it be public. Let everyone see what your findings are. And right now, it will be better if you concentrate on what we are doing in the classroom, okay, so that you will get better knowledge, okay, you will be understanding the methods to solve new and new questions. So, okay, obviously you can do it. Obviously you can do it. Okay, everyone will be there with you. I'll also be there with you. Come and be a part of the classroom every day. Fine. So I think it's better we shift to the next question. Everything is clear from this. Any doubts anyone is having, you can tell me now, or it's time for the next. Okay, seems like no one is having any problems or issues or any doubts, so it's time for the next. For a particle performing uniform circular motion, right, choose the correct statement from the following. Okay, shall we? Let us first understand what is a uniform circular motion, right? Circular motion is said to be uniform whenever a particle is moving in a circular path with a constant magnitude of velocity. Let's say if it is 5 meter per second here also it is going to be 5 meter per second, which means magnitude of the particle velocity remains as a constant. So first statement, it's correct. Particle's velocity. What is the direction of velocity for a particle which is undergoing circular path? Obviously it is always tangential to the distance, always in the direction of distance, and the distance is always what? Tangential to it, or we can say that tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. So particle velocity remains perpendicular to the radius vector. That is also correct. So seems like it's a multiple choice question. Anyway, here we are to learn, so let's learn the concept. Moving on to the next question. Direction of acceleration keeps changing. Okay, so here obviously if a particle is undergoing a circular motion, right, because of the change in direction of velocity, it will be having an acceleration. We call it by the name of, everyone tell me, it is centripetal acceleration, right, which means it will always be directed towards the center. So if it is towards the center, if the particle is here, it will be towards the center, which means the direction of acceleration keeps on changing. That is also correct. Angular momentum, what's the formula for angular momentum? That is r cross m into v. R is a vector, v is a vector, so m into r vector cross the velocity vector. M is a constant, r is a constant, okay, magnitude wise v is a constant, right? So the magnitude is going to be a constant for angular momentum, right? And what about the direction? R is in this plane, right? Okay, so velocity is also in the same plane, so the direction of the cross product of r and v will always be perpendicular and it will be outside. You all know, right, how to find the direction of r cross v? Curl your fingers from first r vector towards the velocity vector. So whatever is the direction of thumb showing, that's the direction of the cross product, or here in this case the direction of angular momentum. So here magnitude and direction is always a constant, but according to option it tells keeps on changing. That's a wrong option. Yes, right hand rule, funny boy, very good, amazing. So is it clear till this part, everyone? Is it clear? Everyone, yes, very good. So I think we can simply move on to the next question if you all are ready for it. Okay, here we go. This is a very let's say it looks so simple, but it has got a lot much of concepts in it. Let's see. If a particle, the velocity of a particle is given as a 10 plus 2t square, so it is a function of time, so velocity keeps on changing. The question is the average acceleration. The instantaneous acceleration is dv by dt, but that is not the question. Okay, the question is average acceleration between time interval. Average acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by change in time. Okay, which means final velocity when the time is 5 seconds, okay, we can write it as velocity at 5 seconds minus velocity at 2 seconds, because that is the initial velocity, divided by change in time, that is 5 minus 2, that's 3. Okay, now what we have to do it here? Now we have to find the velocity at 5 seconds, right? Okay, what's the velocity at 5 seconds? Velocity at 5 seconds is equal to 10 plus 2 into t becomes 5, so that is 5 square, that is 25. 25 into 2 is 50 plus 10, it's 60. So v5 at 60 minus what is velocity at 2 seconds, putting t equal to 2, right, that is 4. So if you want to find velocity at 2 seconds, that is 10 plus 2 into time equal to 2. So 2 square is equal to 4. 4 2s are 8 plus 10, it's 18 by 3. What is it? 60 minus 18. The answer is 42 by 3. 42 by 3 is equal to how much? 14. Right? Which means we can have the answer D for this particular question. Is it clear? Abhidi, like I told you, okay, I haven't checked the formula, so I don't know what it is. So anyway, please learn with this, because everyone is learning here, so you can also be a part of it and enjoy this. Okay, good, Abhidi. Now tell me, Abhidi, were you listening and enjoying the class till now? And everyone, got it till here? Everyone enjoyed it? Okay, so I'm so happy to be in this particular classroom. So if you all have understood whatever the topics we have covered till now, which means from 1 dimension and 2 dimensions, right? Okay, so we try to cover maximum topics within this time limit. So I hope you all are happy. So what we are going to do is in the next class we will be continuing with the electrostatics. So one day if it is first year chapter, next class it is going to be for a second year topic, which means we are going to cover each and every topics before we reach the JEE mains. Okay, fine. So I hope you all understood. So if you all have understood, and if you feel that the session was good for you all, okay, don't forget to like the session. And if you feel that okay, your friends are also going to get benefited, what do you have to do? Tell me. Simply share it with them. And the last thing is the important thing, right? Which means I know that you don't want to miss any of the sessions, right? Okay, whatever we are doing in the spring series. So please click on that subscribe button. Okay, you are going to get benefited by getting the notifications from our channel, right? For all these things what I have done for you, you just have to click on the subscribe button. Okay, so bye everyone, take care till we meet next time. Bye bye.